Wala akong problema. I can rot in prison for my country.
Good morning, ma'am, sir. I'm going to speak about an ending drug war. Philippine President Rodrigo Roa Duterte said on Tuesday, September 21st, 2021, that anyone found to have behaved illegally in his brutal campaign against illegal drugs will be held accountable under national laws. In an address to the United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday, Duterte said that he had instructed the Philippine National Police and the Department of Justice to review the conduct of the campaign, in which thousands of suspect drug dealers have been killed since the beginning of his presidential term in 2016. Those found to have acted beyond bounds during operations shall be made accountable before our laws, Duterte said in a video address to the world body. While Duterte made no mention of it, his address followed last week's authorization by the International Criminal Court or ICC of a formal investigation into his drug war. It gave a green light for a full probe into the war on drugs campaign, describing it as a widespread and systematic attack against the civilian population. According to a September 15 statement from the ICC, the judges ruled that based on the facts as they emerge at the present stage and subject to proper investigation and further analysis, the so-called war on drugs campaign cannot be seen as a legitimate law enforcement operation, and the killings neither as legitimate nor as mere excesses and an otherwise legitimate operation. Activists accused police of murdering an armed suspect on a massive scale. The full death toll of the ongoing campaign is unclear. Duterte's administration itself acknowledged that more than 6,000 people have been killed since the beginning of the campaign, but independent estimate put the total as high as 20,000. Following the ICC's announcement, Duterte's spokesperson Harry Roque said that the government will refuse to cooperate with the court, and said that the 76-year-old leader would rather die first before facing an international tribunal and Duterte was more diplomatic in his UN speech, but was similarly dismissive of outside involvement in the Philippines affair. Meaningful change to be enduring must come from within, he said. the imposition of one's will over another, no matter how noble the intent, has never worked in the past and it never will in the future. Duterte also made an offering to the assembly, promising that the Philippines would welcome an unspecified number of Rohingya Muslim or refugees who had fled violence in Myanmar. Over the past 5 years, the Philippines has limited resources during these extraordinary times. But what we can do for humanity it and to uplift human dignity, we will, said Duterte said. In addition to promising accountability for the drug war, Duterte called for a legal accountability in the South China Sea, describing a 2016 arbitral tribunal award that struck down virtually all of China's claim and dispute parts of the waterways as a benefit across the world to who subscribe to the majesty of the law. No amount of willful disregard by any country, however big and powerful, can diminish the arbitral awards. Important, he said, adding a world without law is a world disaster.